Hello lads and welcome to another Rangers recap. And when you know the score, you know how it happened probably. If you don't, then stay tuned and I will painfully tell you how it went. So against Motherwell, when Gerrard experimented with the squad, trying to rest for Thursday with a 3-5-2 or a kind of 5-3-2 with Barisic and Tav as wing backs. Three at the back, Goldson, Katic and Flanagan. Three in the midfield, Jaria, Halliday and Jack. Up top, Morelos and Lafferty. So yeah, we got off to a terrible start, a very unfortunate start in Goldson's case. Motherwell just punted it up, Goldson went for the header and he just slipped, and that guy for Motherwell went on and scored. Chipped it over McGregor, and yeah, 1-0. I didn't really react to it. I didn't really know how to. It was just unfortunate. You can't blame Goldson. I mean, he slipped. It's just an accident. There's nothing he can really do about it. So 1-0 to Motherwell, 3 minutes in. That definitely was not how I expected it to go, but we got back into it. We responded well, and we got a goal to respond well. About 50 minutes later, Barisic with a great cross. Barisic putting in great crosses all day. He put in a great cross from the left, got headed out to Lafferty at the edge of the box on the volley, and it gets deflected off one of the Motherwell players into the back of the net. And I just want to say, the Motherwell player who hit off of, you should never play football again, mate. You've done a Gogsy and you've turned your back. Maybe it's just a Motherwell thing. If you didn't see the charity match, you saw that Gogsy in the wall for one of the free kicks turned his back like immensely. Yeah, if the Motherwell player didn't turn his back, then he would have blocked it and it came off him. But he turned his back and it skidded off him and he went in. So yeah, I don't think that in football people get slagged enough for turning their back. I think even at amateur football, you should not be playing football if you turn your back. Turning your back is one of the most cowardly things to do in football. So yeah, 1 each. We thought we were right back in this game, but then Bigger Amana, fair play to him. He did have a good game. He put in a great free kick for Motherwell, and Tav lost his man at the back post, McHugh or something like that, and he headed. It was a decent header, give him that, into the back post. And 2-1 to Motherwell just a few minutes after we made it 1 each. Tav left his man alone. Like, come on, man. How many times does it take to be disciplined enough to follow your man? But that's not even the worst of it. But yeah, 2-1 down, we find ourselves, and we kind of responded well again, but Motherwell did have a few kind of half chances, like cut crosses through the crosses into the box. They didn't really come to anything. It could have came to stuff. There was one across that went along the floor, which literally went through about 4 or 5 players. All of them missed it, and then we eventually cleared it. But Tav on the right wing, he put a beautiful cross into Lafferty, and he headed it into the back of the net, into the ground, into the back of the net, 2 each. Tav made up for his error, maybe, but obviously that's what the Tav were used to. Poor defensively, great offensively. But yeah, it was a great cross, great header by Lafferty. That's Lafferty, 2 goals. And yeah, it was really looking as if, right, we're back in it, let's not concede right after again, and then we should go on to win this. We did go on and not concede again, like shortly after, and we did go on to get a 3rd goal from a counter attack. Motherwell with a corner, got headed out to Morelos. Morelos then gave it on to, I'm not sure who it was, but they gave it over to Barisic on the left side. He put a ball into Jaria at the edge of the box, skinned his man at the edge of the box, had a shot looking for that far top corner with the curler. The keeper had an absolute howler, should have saved it, and it trickled into the back of the net. 3-2. And yeah, going into half time, 3-2 up. It could have went either way. Goals for both teams were lucky. Not all the goals for both teams, but goals, each goal was a bit more lucky than the other, kind of thing. But yeah, 3-2, I was happy with that going into half time, considering the way we were playing, not the best. 3-5-2 looked dodgy as anything, man. Like, I know he's trying to rest players, Gerrard. I know he's trying to saving the players for Thursday. 3-5-2 didn't work. Goldson, ever since the goal, which was only 3 minutes in, did look dodgy. Flanagan, nah, I've not been impressed with Flanagan. Right, everyone's saying, oh, he's a hard day, he goes in for everything, doesn't he shirk a tackle. Aye, but he doesn't play well. I just don't see much in Flanagan. Katic, I thought was a most solid out of the three. McGregor needs to learn how to kick a ball straight in the park and keep it in. He kicks it out of the park too many times, man, and a lot of the times he's not even under pressure. So 3-2 going into half time. I can't really say much happened in the second half. They had a decent chance where I thought there was a blatant shove on Goldson for their striker. He got the header on, McGregor made a decent save, and didn't come 10. Still 3-2. No team Rangers don't think had a shot in the second half. Calafate had one blocked late on, but apart from that we didn't really show much. Barisic came off for Middleton, which I think was a bad move. Middleton's not interested in defending. He was only up there, and that was the last 15-20 minutes when we needed to defend. I mean, we were sitting way too deep, right? We were sitting way too deep at the edge of our own 18. Why? Get up, man. That happened against Aberdeen as well. We're sitting far too deep. We're just trying to hold on to it. Go out, try and get another goal. Play the way you've been playing the whole game. If they put men forward, they've left space at the back. Like, it's simple. I know you need to defend with their bombardment of players going forward, but still, we don't need to sit that deep. Over the left side, I don't know who their left winger is, but he was getting in every single time. No idea where Tav was. He was leaving the left winger open so many times. Luckily, his delivery was terrible because he didn't pick out a Motherwell player within 4 or 5 attempts of like being in the box and getting a cross in. He didn't pick out a single Motherwell player. But the fact is, he's been left open so easily, and it's down that right hand side with Tav. And I think it's the three at the back. Just they were too central, and Tav was trying to tuck in as well, but he does need to know that if he tucks in, there's no another winger there. He is the winger essentially, so he can't tuck in because then there's nobody else to come out wide. Usually Candace, if it was a 4-4-2, he would be back covering, but there isn't that in a 3-5-2. So yeah, it was frustrating the last 15-20 because it was all Motherwell. They just kept on pounding us, and it just kept on coming. It was, if they didn't score, we punted it up, waiting for them to come back, punted it up, wait for their next attack. We just sat there and accepted that we were going to defend the last 15-20 minutes of the game, and that's totally the wrong way to go about it. And eventually they get the last kick of the ball. Gerrard makes a substitution at a corner. I don't care if he put on Lee Wallace, I don't care if he put on Sadiq, I don't care if it was another defender that he put on. I don't care. You don't make a substitution at a corner. That's like not number one. That's one of the rules in football. Just like as a defender, you don't let it bounce. As a striker, you gamble. As a manager, you don't put on a defender at defending a corner. It's just, I know it's not a tactic. It's not an actual play. It is more of one of these superstitious things, but the amount of times you see substitutions at corners with defenders and then they score right at the corner, it happens so often. We saw it in the World Cup. It might have been Senegal or Colombia, but it definitely happened in the World Cup from them making a substitution. It was actually Colombia versus Senegal actually. The defending team putting on a defender at a corner and scoring straight after. But it wasn't Lee Wallace who was involved in it. It was Tav, yet again, leaving his man, leaving that scumbag Hartley. It just had to be him, didn't it, man? That's after what he said throughout the week. Oh, it's all balanced and all that. He's an absolute scumbag, and he's scored that in the last minute. I know anyone commenting on this saying, "Oh, it hurts," it does hurt, because 2 games in 4 weeks, 2 league games in 3, we've thrown away a goal lead from sitting back and trying to hold on to it, and stoppage time as well. Stoppage time, it's annoying, and it's just 5 points out of 9. If we're gonna try and go for the title, that's not really good enough. Celtic can overtake us if they win. I will not be keeping up with the result. I don't care about Celtic, I don't care about Scottish football, I care about Rangers. Hearts, on the other hand, 3 out of 3 wins, to be fair, they're doing alright. But yeah, it's just frustrating, man. And it's like the SPFL gods are watching and just like, right, Hartley scoring the last minute, last touch of the ball. Could have written it, man. Could have written it. That would have been the thing. Oh, he said that kind of stuff. He's scoring the equaliser in the very last minute, last kick of the ball. So yeah, it's really frustrating. On to Thursday night, I guess. We need to win it. We need to win. Can't come off this game and not win. We need to win the tie. You know, we don't need to win this specific game. If we win the tie, then that's good enough. Then we've got Celtic next weekend. This game's put me in doubt a bit. It's put me in doubt a wee bit. 4-4-2. It has to be 4-4-2 next week. Has to be. Cannot be 3-5-2 again. Goldson looks shaky. Flanagan, no Flanagan. No Flanagan next week, please. Borna left back. Tav right back. I know. Right, Tav didn't have a good game, but Flanagan and Tav are both poor today, right? Defensively. Katic and Goldson. Katic needs to play the same, and Goldson needs to buckle up after today. Forget today and play the way he's usually been playing. I thought Jaria was good, Halliday was good, Jack was good. You know, nothing to say bad about the midfield. Morelos was good. Him and Lafferty linked up well. How Motherwell's defenders didn't get booked earlier on in the game, it was unreal. I'm not blaming the ref. The ref actually had a decent game, to be fair to him. It was just, he would maybe give a yellow card when he shouldn't have, or he didn't give a yellow card when he should have. Just that kind of stuff. It didn't really affect the game, but yeah. So on to Thursday. Leave down below what you thought of the game. And yeah, that's going to be the end of it. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.